Hello and welcome to Bread of Life, a daily devotional program which each week features a different area pastor. Our speaker for this week is Pastor Ermias Feleke of East Hartford.
Greetings, the WIHS family. My name is Dr. Ermias Feleke, and I'm one of the pastors at Crossroads Community Cathedral. So this week, we'll start a topic called Gems from James. So today, we'll start by looking at James chapter 1, verse 19 to 27, under the subtopic, Just Do It. Let's do a little bit of word study in James chapter 1, verse 19 to 27. You see words that are comparison to one another, or it's a sort of like a word play. For instance, you read a word, put away versus receive, doers versus hearers. You perceive characteristics such as hearers. What do hearers do? Of course, they look into themselves and quickly forget. What about doers? Well, doers look into the word, look into themselves, which is a perfect law, of course, and they persevere, and they also practice the Word of God. So James uses a mirror as an analogy to help us understand how we should respond to the Word of God. The hearers, of course, they look into themselves and they forget, whereas the doers, they look into the Word, they look into themselves. When they read the Word of God, when they hear the Word of God, they hear to understand, to persevere, and also to practice it. He also tells us about true and pure religion. According to James chapter 1, verse 19 to 27, true and pure religion is not a matter of talk, but righteous action, meaning we need to care for the destitute, for the needy, and for those who need our help. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9 to 10 tells us this, and let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. So then, as we have opportunity, let us do good to everyone, and especially to those who are of the household of faith. James also teaches us about keeping oneself unstained from the world. This is the instruction from God through James the Elder. So, what are the main lessons that we can perceive and we can receive for ourselves from James? First of all, practicing the Word of God brings blessings, which is perfect blessings, according to verse 17. These perfect blessings include spiritual birth, which comes through the Word of God. And when we receive the Word, and that bring a divine blessing upon us. This Word is implanted, and this Word is like a mirror, and this Word requires that we abide by it. The second lesson we can learn from it is 3 images are used to illustrate the word of truth, which is the Word of God. The first one is a seed, a mirror, and a law. So this requires that we honor and respect or give proper due to the Word of God. Thirdly, we should be quick listeners. In other words, we control our tongue by being active listeners. Number 4, we need to receive the Word of God through listening and reading the implanted Word, the Word of truth, the perfect law, and the law of liberty. And number 5, we need to remember the imperative given to us by the Word of God. That is, hear, receive, and do. You'll find this in verse 19, verse 21, and verse 22, of course. Hear, receive, and do. The Word requires an active response from our side. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you.
You've been listening to Pastor Ermias Feleke of East Hartford, and this has been Bread of Life, a program to encourage you from God's Word.